So after my last attempt to kill my lust for the Roland J-6, I didn't quite manage it. I still want it. It was pretty cool. I was very impressed with the sound engine of the MC707. The Zencore engine sounded great to me. And the chord design is really cool and quite powerful, but it's a bit fiddly. It's not terribly immediate. It doesn't quite offer the same kind of functionality. So when I saw that the NTS-1 had a new oscillator released free, which had all of the chord banks, 100 chord banks, patterns, its own sequencer, I had to check it out. So let's have a look. Okay, so I've loaded up the oscillator and we've just need to turn the type to J6, and then I've got the J6 going into my MX1 on this channel, so I can add effects if I want. Although we have very nice effects on this unit as well. Let's put a little bit of chorus on. So this is the first chord bank. And that's just an octave up. So then if we hold oscillator and go type, we can get to this chord mode. Then we've got the 100 different chord banks. So let's go to number 2. Let's try, I think around 30. There's some more housey ones. Interesting, quite techno maybe. So I just made a little pattern. I'm sending MIDI from the MC707, so I just made a simple pattern on 1. Add some This has also got a sequencer built in, mode sequencer. I quite like the sound of that. And let's just try once more to do the step sequencer. Mode sequencer, maybe I need to do that to 17. And let's just try and do a pattern. I've kind of broken it. I don't know what I'm doing. And I guess this is one of the things about trying to get so much functionality out of such a small box. But the really cool things are, this receives MIDI, so I did actually set up my key step to transmit MIDI for like cutoff and even the chord patterns. It also receives sync, so we can sync this up. It's got an onboard sequencer, which is really cool. Or I can use an external sequencer to trigger it. Basically, I'm really impressed with what I've managed to do and get out of this, which I was basically going to sell, and I still might sell, even though it's really good. Just for my setup, I want things to be very hands-on and kind of easy to use, because this is like a live jamming setup, and this isn't quite that. But I mean, for not very much money, you get so much functionality, and you get a lot of what the J6 offers. So basically, it's been really cool playing with this. As you can see, I got a bit lost. I'm not super familiar with the NTS-1. I haven't used it that much. It gives a lot of bang for the buck, but it doesn't fit into my setup that well because it's like a live setup. It's a bit fiddly for that and connecting it in. I also had some problems. If I use normal USB, I've got loads of noise. But yeah, it's super impressive and amazing work by Tweak, and please give them some support and check it out here. I highly recommend it. If you've got an NTS-1 anyway, I highly recommend having a play with it. But ultimately, I still want the J6. I'm really looking forward to showing off the J6. I think it's going to fit beautifully into my live setup, just because for jamming, I think having those chords and those nice Juno-y sounds. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're a bit more experienced with the NTS-1. Maybe I could have done some stuff better. I was impressed that you can send it MIDI CCs, you can send it sequences. It's very powerful, it is very good, and it could be integrated into a setup. It could replace the J6, I think. But for me, I think only the original will do. All right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.